remind me that I got to stop recording here in a minute. So let me just run for who knows how much time. Okay, so I had you guys build these models so that hopefully you can start to get an idea of what portion of the labs and the offices can profit from having windows and balconies and things of that nature, and what portions can't. Okay, so one of the things that's important for you guys to understand is that there is no enclosed corridor between these elements. Okay, and that becomes a very important distinction that you guys got to understand. This is an industrial building. You guys all went to the site, or almost all of you went to the site. You guys saw the power plant, right? Did you see a bunch of enclosed corridors running all over all those things up there, or were they just these open catwalks with these handrails on the sides? That's the nature of what's going on here in the laboratory portion. The administration building is completely different. The administration building is a regular old building just like this one, but the laboratory building is not. Okay? The other reason that I had you build this thing is so that you guys can physically see, right, that when you do what the project prompt asks you to do and you separate these things out to allow for people to work between them, that it expresses each piece. I'm going to grab a couple of things from over here, see if I can illustrate for you the antithesis. Most of the time that you guys encounter buildings, you are probably encountering something that could be like this. So let's say we have 6 rooms, and those rooms are basically packaged up into this block, right? And as an example, use this building. What do you see when you look at the outside of it? Do you see this room clearly expressed the way that these things are expressed on the outside? Or does it just sort of, the wall just sort of continues on the outside like it's got this skin, right? And so one of the learning sort of lessons or moments in this is understanding that if you're trying to express the program pieces, you're going to end up with a very unique sort of condition. And all of what you're learning in design school here is to try and teach you methods that you can employ in the future, right, to create great architecture. So it becomes very important that you guys understand why we're doing this and why it is so different than this. Okay? Any questions about that? Okay. The other place that I've been telling you that you can do some level of manipulation, some formal manipulation, is on the inside faces of these. Because there's a corridor potentially that runs down, depending on what you're doing. Okay? So there could be a corridor running down the middle of these, or it could be that you have the corridor on the other side of the offices. So you understand that if the corridor is running in the middle, that what you see as you're walking down the corridor when you turn towards your office or your laboratory, right, that is important also. What exists here or here in the middle, you can't see it. You're not going to get any light in it, right? Because many of you were, when you were working the manipulations, you are going very extreme. You notice that the ones that I put on the board the other day, they're very simple, right? One cant, one cutout. So I haven't looked to see what you guys have produced today. I'm going to take that with me so that I can grade it all. All right. Hopefully you guys have kind of simplified things a little bit. Okay. So So I think that covers this one. So let's go ahead and stop that. And